Wolf of Wall Street because he was a scam artist. And honestly, I think he never wanted to do a podcast with that guy with Jordan Belfort, which they nicknamed him the Wolf of Wall Street. Yeah, he didn't want to do a podcast or an interview with him because I think he would probably show that Grant Cardone is a fraud. I'm kind of curious to see how this plays out because I never thought I'd see them both in the same room. This will be very interesting. But like I said, I think Grant Cardone is full of shit, honestly. He's I think he's a scam artist, man. There's a lot of influencers online. I'm not going to even say Andrew Tate isn't a scam artist to some degree, you know? But I mean, if you can do it, make millions of dollars and get away with it, you know?
I think people need to learn how to talk to people.
Right.
Keep talking to them no matter what their interest is. Sales training, time management, personal efficiency, closing, negotiating, personal finance, and money mastery. These are all things that I have done successfully in my life that I'm like, hey, this worked for me. I don't know if it's going to work for you, but I know it's going to work. I know it worked for me.
JB here in the house, the Wolf's Den. I got a great guest today, the one you've all been waiting for. Everyone keeps thinking like this. Yeah, people keep thinking like we have this like ongoing feud, like it's the rumble in the freaking beach jungle here. But dude, I'm really actually excited to have you here. Thank you for coming, and I really appreciate you coming.
Yeah,
because I think that listen, all I want you to know is that my whole alchemy is I want to try to extract as much as I can from you about how you go out and train salespeople, about your life, because I want to give this massive to the audience, right?
Well,
So
everybody wants to know who's the better salesman, right? That's what they keep saying.
I don't know, you know.
Well, it depends who you talk to. You ask Jordan, he's going to say he is.
Listen, I honestly, I think that I love to sell.
Yeah.
But one thing I realized pretty quickly is I'm even better at training salespeople than I am at. I mean, I'm a great salesperson, but I really excel when I something about. I love doing it. Like when
I don't like sales at all.
I love training people. So, anyways, let's start in the beginning. So, when did you start selling?
When I had to.
So what was
I started
what was your
selling
first
when I had-
what was your first job? Like
It
a formal job.
Was it a clothing store?
How
I
old?
was paid 6% on a $12 tie. I was 16 years old.
Okay.
So I'd make whatever that is, 6% of $12. I mean,
Okay, $7.20.
No, 72 cents.
Yeah, 72 cents. Yeah.
Yeah, I hated that job.
And how'd you do it? Were you good at it though?
No, I was terrible.
You weren't good at it.
I was terrible.
And
it was awful. The only time I was good at sales.
Like he looks, I don't know, man. I don't know what it is with Grant Cardone, but he just looks like a freaking scam artist, man. He already looks uncomfortable in this interview. All that fidgeting he's doing.
Was when there was urgency on my part. Like I had to sell it. Like I sold furniture, I was terrible, I got fired. I sold clothes, I was fired from that job. And there was one other job, I think it was a refinery job. I lost that job. I lost 6 jobs. But the only time that I ever sold anything successfully was a bunch of fish that we had caught, redfish, red snappers. I caught hundreds and hundreds of them. And I was
caught yourself.
I was on a supply boat. Out in New Orleans, Louisiana, off the coast. I was doing 2 weeks on, 2 weeks off, and I was helping the cook. That was my job, right? It was a total labor boat. 3 of us on the boat. We'd bring supplies out to the oil rigs. I've never told this story, and one day we dropped lines over the boat in about 120 foot of water, and we would drop lines, and it would have 120 foot line, not a fishing pole, a line,
right?
A rope, dude, with like 80 hooks on it. And you just wait. You sit and wait and do nothing. And then you go over there and you pull up 60 fish. Every line had 60 fish.
Really?
So like,
where was this now?
This is south of New Orleans.
Okay.
So we catch, I don't know, 300 or 400 fish. We couldn't even keep them all.
Right.
Snapper about this big. So I tell the guys, I'm like, hey guys, can I have your fish? I mean, we can't eat it all. So we put it on ice. And on the way home, when we came in like 8 days later, I stopped door to door. This is how I started my career. Door to door, I was selling fish.
To homes,
To
to restaurants,
businesses.
Got it. Okay,
to State Farm agents. Hey guys, I got some fish.
right.
It's fresh as shit right here.
You know, I did the same job, by the way, but with boxes of frozen steak and meat and fish.
Well, I didn't have enough ice. I didn't plan or I didn't know what I was doing, so the fish was going bad.
Got it.
And I'm like, I have to sell this shit.
Right.
Otherwise, it's going to go bad.
So what was your rap? What was your pitch back then?
Hey guys, I got fish. I got fish.
Hey guys, I got fish.
I'll give you really good prices.
That don't sound good. See, that's what I'm saying. I got a funny feeling. I'm really curious. I bet you the Wolf of Wall Street here is probably going to expose him for not really being a good salesman. I don't know. But who do you believe? I think Grant Cardone's a scam artist, and Jordan Belfort, he's good at, I mean, even though he was shady, he was good at selling shit and scamming as well. So
There's my straight
I don't tell them now they're going to go bad.
I got fish. I just caught him. You want him? And that's how I still sell today, by the way.
Okay.
Like there's no, it's very direct, to the point. Find out if you're interested, and then I move on.
So if someone's not interested, in other words, one of the things I know about, listen, I did a little bit of checking, right? Not that much, right? And by the way, the reason I don't do checking is because I don't want to. So many, there's people steal so much shit out there, right? I mean, some of these false gurus and people, the experts of the hour, right?
Yeah.
So I don't make it a habit of trying to go through other people's stuff. I feel like then I'll adopt it as my own. Rightly, sometimes I even realize that you took it from someone else. Accidentally. So
my shit's so good, dude. If you watch it, you will use it again. You can't not use it a second time.
wow.
Really? Okay, good. Well,
talk about his ego. Well, Grant Cardone getting some ego.
What's the stuff about being unreasonable? Like when you say, if you want to just be unreasonable with like not stop, but what if they don't want it? What's the fine line?
Oh, you saw the unreasonable. You're like the follow up. No.
I mean, like, okay, so you have two types of people. You have buyers and non-buyers, right? Like, what do you mean?
No, I don't believe that. I think they're all buyers.
You think everyone's a buyer?
Every person, every human being you meet is going to buy something.
Whether
they might not buy my fish, but then they're going to buy insurance, or they're going to buy groceries, or they're all buyers.
But what you're selling fish though?
In that case,
That sounds so fucking stupid. Oh my gosh. Somebody actually put me onto this, said that Grant Cardone, like that Jordan Belfort kind of made him look like a fool. That was a bad answer right there. He's like, Jesus Christ, dude. Look, he even looks like he's in trouble. But he's like, okay, we're selling fish. What happens if you don't have a buyer? Oh, well, I think everybody's buyers. If they're not buying the fish, then they're buying insurance or they're buying a car, or it's like, what? That's not the question.
I was selling fish, but that does not make them a non-buyer.
Of fish, though, if they
that day, that moment.
Right, no, if they don't. My point is, technically,
every buyer's a buyer.
Okay, so you don't.
Oh my gosh! Like, is he not getting it? He's like, we're talking about selling fish. What happens if they don't want to buy fish? Then what's your pitch? Oh, everybody's a buyer. If they're not buying the fish, then they're buying insurance, or they're buying a car, or they're buying this boat. Yeah, but you're selling fish right now. What do you tell them?
I'm looking for is money anyway. Every seller's looking for something. They're looking for money. They don't want to keep what they have. They're looking for money.
So you don't think? Okay, so
I think every buyer's a buyer.
Slow it down for 1 second, all right? Slow it down for a second. I know you speak almost as fast as me.
You're on the Red Bull. I'm not.
Question, okay? So if you're a salesman, a young salesman out in the field, let's say you're selling insurance, right?
Yeah.
And let's say you knock on someone's door and say, I'm not interested in insurance.
I understand.
Would you keep pushing and pushing and pushing?
No, I totally understand. But I don't believe that they're not interested is an interest level.
Okay.
Not interested is better than
what? Not interested isn't interest. No, if they say they're not interested, they're not interested. What kind of reverse psychology crap we got going on here?
Before you hit that door, and they said they weren't interested. Not interest. No interest is a level of interest.
Okay.
Like if I have no coffee in my house, I'm talking about coffee.
Okay.
Zero, none is a quantity.
Time for the wolf to do his thing. I'm going to sell you something that you want, need, and...
Hold on, let's get through the commercials here. This is already starting out bad for him, man. Like, not interested is an interest. What kind of reverse psychology bullshit is that? All right, let's get back to the interview here.
Big time. Let me just read the website to you one more time. You see how it's NetSuite, NETSUITE.com/wolf. All right. Check this one out. Right. So for the salesperson themselves, though, how do you manage that situation? Do you keep trying to push you on to the next door?
Well, you definitely want to go. You definitely need a funnel. You definitely need. I mean, the ultimate solution to all sales is to have a lot of people to talk to.
Okay.
It's not some trick.
Right. So if you're
This is so stupid. What kind of answer is that? Yeah, the idea of sales is you want to have a bunch of people to talk to. Fucking duh. I don't remember who sent this to me, but you were right. This is bad. This is not a good look. I knew he was a scam artist, but this is making him look stupid.
cold calling out in the field, right? Let's say you're going door to door. A lot of people do that, right? So whether it's door to door or out on the phone, right? You knock on someone's door, right? Do you believe that you should try to knock on as many doors as possible, try to really go deeper into people who aren't interested? Or what's the sweet spot?
No, they should.
You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? It's not your question. Just what's the sweet
He's getting him all stuttering. He's like, "Oh shit, I'm in trouble."
spot? How do you know when it's better to not waste your time?
Sweet spot.
Okay.
Right? Like, because even if they hit the sweet spot, it's about volume. I mean, there's no success without volume.
Okay.
So anybody that's trying to like come up with the thing is trying to get away from the work.
Right.
And so there's no trick in this game. Like, if a person wants to be really successful in sales, real estate, acting, you need a lot of hits.
Right.
Right. So like, I think everybody's looking for that one thing that gets that in the door and gets that one sale, as opposed to as opposed to, dude, how do I keep calling on the whole neighborhood?
Right.
How do I keep working that neighborhood and then the next neighborhood, and then how do I come back? Because one thing that cold call people do that incorrectly is they canvas cold a neighborhood and they never go back to that neighborhood. But watch, I do. I go back in. So I'm basically following you up.
What?
Okay.
Okay. It's somebody once said, "Hey,
This is not something revolutionary. It's like, yeah, you're gonna follow up. This is not a good look, y'all. Why didn't this get more publicity? It seems like this should have like hit the national news. Like, what the hell is he talking about? He's saying things like they're revolutionary, they're like common sense. It's like, yeah, the thing I do different is I follow up. Newsflash, there's a bunch of companies out there to follow up because they hit my phone like every day. I get like 20 scam calls, people following up on my phone.
somebody else blows up the tire. They blow up the tires, and I ride the bike. You know, they get them ready.
Okay.
So that neighbor, that person, that phone call, that door is going to be knocked on again by someone.
Okay.
Now, most people are just not going to go back and hit on it. But
This is this is almost hard to watch.
the
What about time management issue? What's the time management in terms of new doors versus old doors?
I don't know. The gold is in the follow up.
Okay, so in other words, you don't have a distinction because it's a good question, don't you think? Though, like, when do you know?
Not really. I think it's a bad question.
You think it's a bad question?
I think it's not the right question. I think
know when to not to follow.
I think the young salesperson should be taught, hey, look, there's no trick, dude. There's no freaking sweet spot of this game. The sweet spot, if there is a sweet spot, it is about creating tremendous volumes of activity, having lots of people to talk to.
So hitting lots and lots of doors.
Or taking lots of phone calls.
Or hitting doors, or whether it's calling the phone or doors, right?
Sweet spot,
numbers game, you think?
Without a doubt.
Okay.
But if they know me, rather than me knowing them, if they
Like, this is nothing revolutionary, y'all. Are people really paying like $20,000 a month or whatever they're paying for his courses for him to tell them stuff like this? He looks very uh he looks very rattled right now. Like it's almost like he don't even know what to say. And the things he's saying are like just plain simple common sense. It's nothing revolutionary, and he's making it sound like it's some kind of revolutionary thing. Like, well, I follow up. Well, a bunch of people follow up. Well, I try to call as many people as I can or knock on as many doors as I can. Well, a lot of companies do that too. This ain't revolutionary. Are people really paying this kind of money for this?
Already know me,
Right.
then my leverage goes up probably 10x.
Okay. Can you explain that?
Hey, oh, I know you. I saw you in the paper. I saw you on like you get that because people know about the movie, right? So
Right.
so you immediately have some altitude or lift,
Right.
Because people know you. It's not who I know; it's who knows me.
Right. So for the young salesperson just getting started,
Or old.
Yeah, duh. If they know you, they're more likely to do business with you. Duh.
There's some old salespeople out there. You got any old people watching your show?
I got a few. I tell you what, though, I actually skew kind of on the young side, but I have all ages, of course, right? So I guess what I'm trying to say is like for someone starting out, right? Like because there's so many people get into sales, and the thing I see them doing, a lot of people is they waste their time talking to they try to go so deep
I
into a
disagree with
non-buyer. You disagree?
I think people need to learn how to talk to people.
Right.
And keep talking to them, no matter what their interest is.
So if you give someone a call, let's say you give
Hey, there's another revolution, guys. People need to learn to talk to people. That's the key to sales. You got to talk to the person. This is this is this is crazy.
on a stack of like 200 leads to dial through, right? And you get a salesman who wants to speak to everybody. Like he's going to speak to someone who's, let's say, have no money, they have no job, and they want to sell a $10,000 product, and they waste 45 minutes in that call. Would that be smart or not smart?
He shouldn't have started that call with one product. Why?
Because he works at a company that has one product.
That's
Oh shit! Did you see the look? Like the stare that he gave Grant Cardone? Like, are you serious? Like, really? Are you serious?
stupid. Go some other place because
So
you can't
change your
sell
job
one
then.
product.
Okay.
I mean, who does that? Amazon doesn't do it. Grocery stores don't do it. Starbucks doesn't do it. Nobody, no matter how good that one product is, nobody can build a business or any kind of success on one product.
Or let's say a couple of products, 2 or 3 products, right? The average company out there.
That's bullshit. I know plenty of companies that have become successful off of one product. Scrub Daddy, for one. I mean, I know they've made other ones, but they were successful just on that one Scrub Daddy sponge. So that's not true.
Yeah, you need more than one
You
product.
need more than product, okay?
Like if I try to hit everybody with a $10,000 product or even a $1,
Even
product.
even a $100
If I hit somebody
product.
with a $1 product, I miss the guy that wants to spend $10,000.
So the
Or
idea
doesn't see value in
Okay, so the
$1.
idea is go work for a company that has a whole suite of products, gives you you can sell something to everybody, right? Basically, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I like that.
Cool.
Like we probably have, I don't know, 100 different products on our website.
What's the least? What's like you say of all the what's the for your in your business, right? Cardone University, right?
And that's one division. There's 16 companies. Cardone University will have 50 million users on that platform.
Okay.
So there's 2 versions.
Really, Cardone University, just so that he can tell you stuff like this. Stuff that's common sense. How much do you got to pay for this Cardone University?
Of that. There's an individual and there's a corporate. The corporate's about 40 to 80 grand a year. We probably have 1,400 companies on that product.
Sales training or other training too?
Mostly sales training. Mostly sales training, time management, personal efficiency type stuff, closing, negotiating, personal finance, and money mastery. These are all things that I have done successfully in my life that I'm like, hey, this worked for me. I don't know if it's going to work for you, but I know it's going to work. I know it worked for me.
Worked for you.
And now that we've had 30 years of it, we're like, hey, it's worked for some other people too. So if it doesn't work for you,
So it's interesting.
so that's the corporate.
Sure.
That's the corporate thing. And then the other thing, that's why I'm bad as an interviewer. I never listen. So fucking guy don't listen. So I have.
You don't like interviewing, right?
No, it's fine. No, I hate doing the. I hate
know,
it.
it's tough, right?
So there's the corporate thing, and then there's the individual that can get into that program for, $100.
Okay.
Some very similar product, if not sometimes the same.
Right.
I'm selling in one place for $100,
Sure,
and another place for 80 grand.
same exact product or little.
What? Why would you even mention that? Why mention the people that he's selling it to 80,000 for? They're pissed. Pay 80,000, I get the same information for $100. Dude, who would give him that much money? I mean, that's just so stupid. Why would you spend that kind of money just for somebody to basically tell you common sense stuff that most basic people would already know? This is
Very
crazy.
similar, right? Same learning.
So how do you pull that off? That's the trick. That's the thing that people should be asking.
Right.
How do I create multiple products, multiple price points, without killing myself with inventory? Because we're not Amazon, right? And I'm not Whole Foods. I can't. I'm not Starbucks. I don't have the money to finance the individual listening today.
Okay.
So I have an apartment complex. I would never go and say I only have 2 bedrooms. I got studios, 1 bedrooms, 2 bedrooms, 3 bedrooms. Otherwise, I don't have a shot. Whether they're coming to me or whether I'm going to them or whether it's on the phone or outbound, to me, it's all the
Key is
same.
having a wide variety of products to sell, right?
Well, it could be 3 on a landing page.
Okay.
Like people are on Instagram talking about blah blah blah. I got blah blah blah, and then they go to a website. They shouldn't be going to a website. They should be going to a landing page, and there should be one choice there with 2 possible options at most.
Would you say you're a better salesman or marketer?
I'd say I'm a better businessman.
Better business. Which of the 2, sales to marketing? What do you think
I'd
about
say
those 2?
I'm a better businessman.
Better businessman,
Yeah,
entrepreneur.
I'm not thinking about no. I'm thinking about being a businessman.
It-
A lot of entrepreneurs out there.
Explain that to
Okay,
me.
so an entrepreneur, by definition, is not what most people are doing right now. Like they're just calling themselves entrepreneurs. They hadn't even looked up the definition.
There used to be a time
Is
when
he really?
the watch you wore on your
Is he really fixing to look up the definition of an entrepreneur? Is that really what's fixing to happen here? Let's get through this ad. I sure as hell hope not. This is a
I'm just gonna look it up just so I don't.
of entrepreneur.
Yeah,
Okay.
you know what? You ever look?
what? You gotta look up entrepreneur. Are people really spending 80 grand with this dude? Holy shit. He might be, Jordan Belfort was a good scam artist, but he might be right there. He's like his second brother, but like the dumber version.
Looked it up.
I kind of know intuitively
What do you
it
think?
means.
What do you think it means?
Someone who starts businesses and
Person who organizes and operates a business or businesses taking on, listen, but this is the important part. This is good for your young viewer. Taking on greater than normal financial risk in order to do so. By definition, the second half of that, most people are not entrepreneurs because they never take on any risk. Like they're holding on to their money. They got cash in the banks. They got equity in their houses. They're saving money, saving for retirement. If you're doing any of that shit,
versus putting the balls against the fucking wall,
you're
right?
a bitch. You're like, what are you doing, dude? You're more committed. People are more committed to the equity in their home than they are to the equity of their brand or business.
So
I made this mistake for years.
in your own life.
Yeah.
When did you said like so you weren't successful early on? When was the shift? What was it like that moment where all of a sudden
When I was 51.
51?
Hey, what's
How
up,
old are you now?
James?
You're fucking
10
older
years,
than me.
61.
Follow,
You're
man.
older than me.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah.
Tell me what was the shift? What was it?
2010.
Yeah.
Tell me.
2010, I was just like, I had a little bit of success. I had 3 companies that were doing well.
Right.
And
in what those companies? Was it sales?
There
training or
there
no?
was a sales training, a speaking business
Okay.
Okay.
that I had been doing for 20 years. And it had really become just about me collecting a fee. We would market it. We owned the production of the event. The only difference was I wasn't getting a speaking fee. I was getting a piece of the gate.
Okay.
So I didn't actually do any speaking for hire.
Speaking about sales,
Sales.
or
It was all sales, and it was
industry specific, or
yeah, it was automotive.
Okay.
I was very, very dependent upon the automobile industry. So I realized, number one, I'll never be dependent upon one industry again, ever. Number 2, the other business was a consulting business.
That is probably the smartest thing he's said so far in this interview. That's probably the only smartest thing he's said so far in this
Similar
interview.
in auto.
That I didn't run. I was a partnership, and I collected a royalty. And that was great
Minnesotan,
for
appreciate
years.
you following.
It was great until it wasn't, right?
Right.
And then the third business was I would take all the money from the first 2 and pour it into real estate. because I knew that real estate would live longer than I could.
Right.
And it would
Yeah.
work better than I could. So the problem with all three of those, though, is I never did it big. Like, I never did it big. So I had guys that had worse ideas and worse products that were beating me in the marketplace. I'm like, that his stuff
Haters out
sucks,
here. How about-
dude. But he beat me.
Right. Because he's advertising like a madman and pouring money at it.
Exactly.
Right.
He was like, and I was making fun of him. But the truth is, he was manning up in the game,
Who
and
was
I
he?
wasn't. It was a guy named, well, there's a number of them. I mean, there was a bunch of companies. There was a bunch of guys around me in advertising, marketing, another sales training company. They were pouring money on the deal, and I wasn't. I was saving money.
Right.
In 2010, and I said, "Oh shit!" But I got more money than they do. I knew I was wealthier by net worth than they were. But so what, right? Because when 2010 came, it took us all out. Like, everybody got washed out.
Yeah.
So my first business got
Appreciate
cut
you
in half.
following,
The second
Boz
business
Keys.
got cut by 80%. And the real estate, I couldn't move any real estate. I couldn't sell it. Couldn't. I mean, I was still renting. It actually got me through 2010 because the rent kept coming in because the other two stopped completely.
How'd the real estate stuff do in 2000? It was really 2009, really, right? That's when it started.
2008 was-
Nine,
yeah.
the day was Neiman was 2000.
Nine, it was cataclysmic fear. 2010,
I remember
was
mine, too.
people getting fucking.
remember.
Now they're starting to clean up the mess. The bank that I owed a bank $52 million, they went under. And I'm like, okay, glad that wasn't me. But the problem is when the bank goes under,
Right.
when the boat that you're on goes down,
Right.
and the new bank comes in, the new bank says, we got some new rules.
Fuck you, pay me.
It was
Yeah.
called a technical default. And anybody, if the loan changed names, ownership, they
Oh,
could call
shit.
the loan.
Yeah, they were doing crazy shit back then.
Yeah,
Cutting credit lines, it was unbelievable. I know.
Yeah, yeah.
So that was so when did that hit the bottom? 2010 was the worst.
No,
part?
and I mean, there was no bottom right there. It was like, oh, I got it. How long am I going to get dragged out, right? We didn't lose anything. I didn't go bankrupt. I didn't lose anything. All my buddies that were buying real estate and really doing a lot of no money down stuff, they lost everything.
Right,
but I
right.
was terrified. Okay, I was so scared. I thought I'd left my family down, and we couldn't expand. I was too scared to expand, even though I had some.
Now that would be a fucked up situation to be in. You know, did you owe the bank $52 million and then they go under? And then the new people take over the bank and they say, "Hey, we want our money. We want it now." Now you got to shit $52 million. That's crazy.
Cash. I had a great opportunity to invest in a great company. I would have. I love the guy, and he wanted $1 million, a measly $1 million. I had it, but I couldn't give it to him, dude, because I was so scared. And so I realized then I will never be in this position again. That was 10 years ago. And what I did then was started, okay, I got to get other industries to know me. I got to get known. I got to start using these social mediums that I thought was a waste of time. You know, I'm like, this is all bullshit.
Yeah.
And so I just leaned into it.
You know, social media is, I always talk about how bad social media is, but if you're in business and you're trying to start a business or you're trying to start streaming or you're trying to start YouTube, like you got to use social media. You have to like people got to see your face. They got to know who you are. If they don't know who you are, you can't ever get no traction.
Dude, and we built a Facebook following, and yeah, and that changed everything. We didn't have any e-commerce going. We'll do 40 million in e-commerce this year.
It's awesome.
Yeah.
So what was the first thing, like, take
Hey,
me to like now? What's the
WQ,
first thing you did? You
long
said,
name,
"Fuck,
appreciate you following,
I'm
man."
going balls to the walls. You started. Did you hire consultants or you did?
No, I didn't.
Just figured out yourself trial and
No,
error,
I didn't.
basically?
Yeah, I didn't hire
Yeah.
consultants.
Just said, I'm going to do what makes sense to me, basically, right?
I just
Intuitively?
started like, okay, I'm not sleeping. I'm not, no more play. I told my wife, I said, don't spend any money. Everything went into suffer. We went into a suffer mode. Like, okay, we're going to suffer.
Damn.
We're going
Right.
to suffer until we're out of this deal, and I will never do this to my family again.
Right.
And so in 10 years, we went from, 60 customers to almost 2,000 corporate to, probably 20,000 individuals on a regular basis,
Right.
recurring. We went from, I think I had 300
Damn.
units then. We have 6,000 now. That's 20X, not 10X. So
What is your core business now? Real estate? Is it mostly doing? What do you think it is really?
sometimes I wonder.
Because I've heard, companies say you're really heavily into real estate,
Yeah.
and
We got a billion-
and you actually sell. Do you take in outside money too, right?
Cardone Capital.
So what is that? Explain that to me.
Cardone Capital. We created Cardone Capital because I set up a thing for my twin brother, my sister.
Identical or fraternal?
Identical.
No.
Yeah, identical.
Let me see if
I might
come
be
on.
him. I might be him
I
right
gotta see
now.
a fucking.
How do you know I'm not him?
How do I know it's
You
not
don't
you?
fucking
Yeah,
know. I
for
don't
real.
even know. Shit. Maybe I'm him. I don't even know it.
And you guys look exact. Well, when you were younger, you probably looked exact.
Yeah. He went the corporate route. He's very corporate. I'm very not corporate. So Cardone Capital, we created because so many people say, hey, I want to invest in real estate the way you do. I don't have the time. I don't have the money. Can't find the deals. A bunch of my wealthy friends that, they're running businesses. They're like, I don't have time to go find real estate, People that live in California, they're like, there's no way you can buy this shit around here because you never own this stuff. Like the tenant owns this.
Right.
You buy this place right here and try to rent it out, he doesn't have to pay you and you can't get him out in this state. Here in New York, you can't get people out. So you don't really own the property. So anyway, we created Cardone Capital. We've raised.
Yeah, you know where I'm at? It's a pain in the ass to evict somebody. I could only imagine like being a landlord in New York or California has got to be a fucking nightmare. It has to be a fucking nightmare. I could not imagine. That would be so bad.
We've raised $223 million.
Do you raise from accredited investors or unaccredited or both? Anyone?
In 20 months.
In 20 months.
Without paying a fee.
What type
you know what that takes.
That's great. So what
$220 million.
Who's your typical investor?
Non-accredited and accredited.
Okay.
5,000 minimum for non-accredited and 100,000 minimum for accredited.
Great. And explain how it works?
See, and that's where they be scamming people. Because I remember watching another video, a guy that had joined Grant Cardone's thing, like he bought into the bullshit, and he put like $200,000 like into Grant Cardone Capital, and then they supposedly, they get assets, and then you get like a check cut of those assets. And he said he got a check from them for like 6 months, and then all of a sudden the checks got smaller until they just quit sending checks altogether. It's a big scam, man.
They get a 6% return on their money. That's the preferred return for the accredited. There's no preferred on the non-accredited, and then they get it's a 65-35 split on the way out.
Okay.
10-year hold with discretion. Could be longer than 10 years. In fact, it might be we never sell. The goal really is to refinance the portfolio.
So is there cash flow that they get for
every month? They get paid every month.
No matter what, or
as long as the property cash flows. I can't.
Yeah, so they'll go buy the property and stuff. And like that dude that I did a stream on a while back, they paid him for like 6 months, and then the checks just stopped coming. I think it's just a big scam, dude.
I want cash flow. Like this cash flow is king. Right? Cash is trash. Cash by itself is shit. So the idea is
one of the truest statements ever uttered.
it's garbage. It's garbage.
Cash flow is king.
Cash flow is king. So
I learned that the hard way when I was 21 years old.
Right. Yeah. So we just buy properties that cash flow from day one. We don't build anything. We don't do condos. We don't do strip malls. I only buy what flows cash back to the investors and myself the next month.
Got it. And how long have you been doing the outside money for? 20 months? 20 months?
Yeah.
That's great. You raised a lot of money.
Yeah, we've raised a lot. I'm going to raise $1 billion in cash in the next.
Can you go back to
the next 18 months? $1 billion. Hey, $1 billion in cash.
$1 billion?
$1 billion. I'm going to end up building.
What makes Grant Cardone? Go back.
Cardone Capital is going to be a $10 billion company. I'm going to sell this.
I have this hat. Do I get to keep this hat?
I'm going to sell this. I'm going to sell this.
Look at him, like he's trying to convince Jordan to fucking to join or something. This is crazy.
To Blackstone or Goldman Sachs.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So tell me, what was your your upbringing? Like, were you rich, poor, middle class? Tell me.
No, we were middle class.
I know you were a twin.
Yeah, we were middle class.
Yeah.
And
ethnic.
My dad died when I was 10.
Right.
So that left a big void.
Are you the youngest, middle, in your family?
I was the youngest.
You're the youngest. Yeah.
I was number four and 5.
Okay.
So the last two, they weren't planning us. So my dad was 42 years old.
And he died?
No, he was 42 when he had us.
Okay.
When he knew we were coming. He had 3 other kids.
Okay.
So he was like, oh my God, I wasn't planning on this deal. And then he's got a double trouble.
Right.
He's a middle class dude. He was doing the Wall Street thing back in the
Stockbroker?
Stockbroker, selling stocks and looking at real estate on the weekend, which I found to be quite interesting. I'm like, I'm thinking to myself, why aren't you looking at stocks on the weekend? Why are you looking at real estate? Because even the stockbrokers know the stocks are bullshit.
Right. How about your mom?
Ooh,
She was a homemaker. Little
he's trying to shit on Jordan. You know that? Look at Jordan, man. He's trying to shit on him, and he's just like deflecting, like not even letting it phase him.
Italian lady, 4'11". They're both dead now.
Okay. And then where'd you be? Was in Michigan?
Lake Charles.
Lake Charles.
Close.
Small town.
Close. The water's the only thing Lake Charles and Michigan have in common is the water's bad.
So what? So you So you had a couple of unsuccessful sales.
Yes,
forays.
six.
And then you went out there. You sold. What was the so it was fish.
Grant Cardone just seems like a cocky, arrogant dude, man. I don't know. I've watched a bunch of other videos where people said they scammed him and stuff, and I don't know. He just gives off that vibe of like a con artist to me.
Was the first thing you sold well.
Yeah, but I had a drug problem.
When did you really sell? Was a car? What was it like? That you
I sold automobiles when I was 25.
When did you really like snap in? There's obviously a way that you sell, right? Is there a strategy or no? It's just hard. It's mostly hard work, you think, or there's a strategy? You have a lot of stuff you teach.
Yeah, he's trying to get him to commit to a strategy, but it doesn't seem like Grant has a strategy. I don't even think he knows. But yeah, he's trying to get him to give some kind of strategy example.
Teach a strategy.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah,
but
so
there's no strategy that works without somebody to talk to.
Right. So what's beyond that? Though? What's the
ultimate? Like I've been teaching strategy for 20 years, but again, like if people would just spend time on the funnel, on the traffic, on the opportunity, on
the
getting
marketing,
known,
on the marketing side of the equation.
It is the holy grail.
See, he's talking about marketing. He's not talking about sales. Like this dude is like the master of bullshit. He's talking about marketing. Jordan's trying to get him like give us one example of how you would do like a cold call. And they say they're not interested. And he can't even answer that simple question.
Like look around, man. Look, you don't go to Amazon and have anybody sell anything to you. It's the funnel. It's the traffic. So I made that mistake of thinking I'm going to be great at what I say to them. I'm going to close the deal.
Right.
I got to keep my funnel closed, full. I got to keep the funnel full so I have something to close.
Okay. So how about let's assume that you have that side figured out. You're a master of the funnel, right?
Yeah. Then you don't need. Then you won't even ask this question.
You don't need to sell.
You won't.
But you have a sales force, right?
Yeah. Yeah,
So
and there are things they need to say, but at the end of the day, if he's talking to 10 people a day and another guy's talking to 200 people a day, the guy that talks to 200 is going to win the game. And if there's one skill you want to learn is how to move through 200 without it causing you. It's like the ball players. You see these.
You can see Jordan. He's just like my bullshit detector is just going off. You could tell he's like trying to hold shit back.
Playing ball, they don't get upset because they lose a game. Like it doesn't bother them. They're in it for the long run. They're and this is what the sales guy or sales manager doesn't know. You got to get people ready for the long game.
Okay. So like what is a sales guy, a young guy who's struggling? What would be the first thing you'd say to a guy? Struggling salesperson.
Help somebody else, maybe. Maybe if you're struggling so bad, don't work on your own deals right now. Go help somebody. Like anytime I had a
struggling
slump,
automobile sales.
What? Go help somebody. No, practice makes perfect. Why am I going to go help somebody else? No, you need practice, training.
I had a slump.
Okay.
I had a slump. First thing I do with a slump. The thing that has never let me down is helping somebody else.
In what sense? Meaning?
Help another salesperson. Hey, Jordan, I'll help you on your deals. What do you want for that? Nothing.
Okay.
Just give me the list of people you talked to yesterday because I'm fucking up my own deals.
Okay.
Just give me your list. I'll call them. What do you want for it? Nothing, dude. All I'm trying to do is get out of my slump, bro. And I'll try shit with your customers that I won't try on mine.
This sounds like bullshit to the 9th degree, y'all. And you can tell Jordan's trying to get like an example out of him and he keeps deflecting like you don't have an example. He just keeps talking in circles.
Because I'm desperate with mine. So I just go into charity mode.
Got it.
And that helped me when I was 25. I went to a treatment center for drug addiction. And that was the first time I was able to
We
start
have that in common, as you probably know. What was your drug of choice, by the way?
any drug.
Not as many as me.
Yeah.
Well, maybe it was. I don't know.
Any drug.
Yeah, me too. So,
Terrible. The thing about drugs, you guys out there that are experimenting, like, they're just awful, dude.
Yeah.
Because the way you feel,
it almost destroyed my life. The
way you feel about yourself is terrible while you're doing it.
So it's interesting because the thing with drugs is when you're doing it, you think you can't exist without it. It's bizarre almost. Like I look back, I'm sober for many, many years, right? I'm sober for over 20 years, right?
Yeah.
But when I was doing it, I convinced myself that everyone else was on drugs. Like, how could you live without it? It's like this bizarre.
Yeah.
game.
I knew everybody else wasn't on it.
I thought I literally I deluded myself
Yeah.
into like, they all gotta be. How could you be this wealthy and this? You have to be on drugs to move through the world, right? That was my belief,
Yeah.
So how long you sober for?
I hadn't used drugs since I was 25.
Okay.
So, what is that? 36 years.
Okay.
A little while.
So first thing, good point, charity, right? So you go say if you're struggling, saying, let me help you with your deals. I don't want any commission. I just want to start talking, get myself talking,
Back in the
saying
deal.
the right thing.
I just need to. I need to make a shot.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then what?
And I need to loosen up. Because when you're losing deals, you get tight, right?
Right.
So then once I break out of it, I'm back on again.
Got it. Okay. How about when in terms of like the phone, use the phone versus door knocking? Which do you like better?
Phone's definitely senior.
Phone's the better one.
Phone's senior because I can talk to more people. Like I used to market my own seminars, right? I would market the seminar for 3 days.
Like that's some kind of revolutionary statement. Oh yeah, the phone is better. Duh. Because it's easier to call more people than it is to go knocking door to door. Oh my gosh. I can understand why somebody sent this to me now and said this was bad. This was bad. What is he even talking about?
And then I would show up in the city. Another group was just marketing the city. I would do a city in 14 days. We were doing seminars in 14 days. They were spending anywhere from 8 weeks to 10 weeks to market the same seminar, which raised their cost. I'm in and out in 14 days because I made 3 days of phone calls that were brutal. Hey, I'm coming to San Antonio, man. Will you give me 5 minutes? This is before anybody knew who I was, right? No books, no kind of notoriety. So they're like, no, don't come by. But see, that was interest. To me, that's
come by.
interest. No, I'm not interested. Not interested.
So not interested to you is interest.
Well, it is. It says not interested. Not is.
What? Not interested is interested. That's some really weird look look at his face. He's like, he's like, is he really saying this? Is he believing this bullshit? Holy cow.
An adjective to describe interest.
Okay.
Right? So it's a level of interest.
So if someone says they're not interested,
on a scale from 0 to 10, what interest level do you have? None. That is a level.
right?
Okay, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Yeah, of course. Duh, none is a level. The level is 0.
With me? A few minutes ago, he didn't know he didn't know he had no interest. At least I'm on it. You see what I'm saying? You get it?
Well, I wouldn't do that. I disagree with that. But I'm not saying that reasonable minds could differ. I would.
Yeah.
I'm more about hitting massive numbers. I would move on to the next guy.
Yeah, well,
the problem I see is with salespeople, a lot of people, they have a fear of cold calling.
Yeah.
So they'll use as an excuse to not cold call to talk to someone for too long. They know he's not going to buy. They get into casual conversations. They go off to fucking Pluto.
Yeah,
and they don't pick up next call. So that's what bothers me about doing that.
Yeah, well, then they're not trained. Because they shouldn't be having casual conversations. We shouldn't be talking about the weather and sports and politics.
But in the absence of 24/7 supervision, that's what salespeople do. They do.
Well, there should be 24 hours. There should be 24/7 supervision. They should be. The phone calls should be recorded. The manager should know exactly what they opened with.
But in the real world, though, that's not. Here's the thing.
In my real world, it's possible.
I know, but
in your real world, maybe it's not. But in your real world, everybody's using drugs.
Oh, in your real world, everybody's using drugs. Oh, he's getting testy.
So in my real world, fucking nobody's using drugs, and you're gonna set the intention. Hey, I'm calling because I want.
Oh, he's getting mad. He's getting him flustered now. Look how red he's getting. Oh, this is great. Yeah, he's getting him all worked up now. Dude, I knew this. I knew Grant Cardone was just a scam artist, man.
To get you on this program. That's the reason I'm calling you.
Okay, so
I'm with Grant Cardone.
let me understand. I'm understand.
Yeah,
Stop.
hang on a second.
No one's having ineffective conversations in your room ever. Or in any company you train.
No, I didn't say that.
Okay.
I said in my real world, where we work, where in Miami, when those guys are on the phone, every one of those calls are recorded.
Right. And everyone's listened to by QC people, every single one.
Management, and they're intervened if they're incorrect. They train every morning. They train every night.
Okay.
They're recorded in their trainings, and they're corrected. And if once they correct, their numbers, their statistics will go up. Mm-hmm. Look, if the program works, the stats should go up. Mm-hmm. Period. Like, just because you're getting training education, and if it's not moving the graph,
I know he's
like,
talking about that, but we still haven't got a single example out of him about freaking hey, what's up, Dave? I appreciate it. But we still have not got an example out of him on a sales pitch. Just an example. He keeps deflecting from that.
what kind of training is that?
Okay.
So we measure everything by a graph. The graph's either going up or it's going down. And if it's going down over and over, then you get to go away.
Okay. So if you think
crazy.
that at any given moment in the average sales force out there, salespeople are just always doing the right, even if they train.
I can't talk about the average sales force because I'm thinking about mine. So mine needs to become the model.
Right.
I got guys selling on the phone, like the calls you're talking about, that will make more money than a guy at Goldman Sachs.
Okay.
Selling a $20,000 product.
Right. But listen, in all due respect, buddy, I've trained millions of salespeople.
Millions.
And I have. And I just know, and I've trained all types. And I know that.
How'd you train them, though?
What?
How'd you train them?
Doesn't matter. The
From
points
stage? Yeah, it matters. It matters.
No, it
because
doesn't
it
matter.
matters.
Oh, he's like, okay, I'm going to call bullshit. Jordan's like, all right, I've had enough of this bullshit. I'm going to tell him. He's like, you don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
No, I trained in my own business and from stage as a consultant. The point is that my opinion is human beings are human beings, and people, the average salesperson, that if you leave them to their own devices, they will tend to stay too long on a call because they don't want to pick up the phone and dial the next
They won't make a call. Exactly.
No, if you get them to make calls, but they'll still stay too long, so you want to rein them in.
Yeah, but then you would then somebody's not managing that guy because you would look at number of calls, not just calls. Like talk time that equates to nothing.
Yeah,
means somebody doesn't know what they're doing. Right. So it's not you don't leave human beings up to their own devices.
Well, the thing is, though,
you don't leave them like if you
when you have a commission structure, right? You want to obviously create an incentive plan that.
Boy, look at him! Look at him! He is fucking. He is flustered. Like Jordan is getting under his skin, boy. Look at him. He's pissed.
So that motivates people. You don't want to disincentivize people, right? So you want to motivate people with certain things. You want to set them up to succeed, right?
I want to make sure they're successful.
Right? You want to set them on and give them the best chance of success, right? So my point is that when I have someone on a phone, well, I train them, is that if my belief is that people have a tendency, I think you agree with this, that in the absence of intervention, they'll talk too long to someone who's not going to buy. That's my belief. Do you agree with that or disagree with that?
I agree that they would, yes.
Okay, good. So then my point is that, so I try to instill procedures to stop them, to know when do you know, like, because some people, they're just not natural salespeople. I am.
No, nobody's a natural salesperson.
Well, I was a natural salesperson. I was. And I ran to many over the years. They were naturals, right? Yeah. Many aren't.
How many have you run into?
Countless
Can't
people.
Count them.
Countless natural salespeople. And also, there's the whole barometer in between, right?
Is this turning into a dick waving contest? That's what it sounds like. This is turning into a dick waving contest.
Point is that when I always say, even with naturals, even myself, that if without conscious forethought, you'll tend to extend the call longer than you should because you don't want to pick up that phone. And it's like human nature on some levels, psychology.
Yeah.
What do you think about that?
Yeah, I think people want to avoid, that's why I said earlier, it is the number, it's the volume. Yeah.
What do you?
It's getting through.
You made fun of NLP, right? Neuro-linguistic pro. I heard someone say. I just gotta know.
I don't think much of any gimmicks like
NLP gimmick.
Yeah, totally. I've never had an NLP salesman work for us. Like,
well, I don't know. There are NLP.
They've never been.
I don't know what an NLP salesman would look like. It's not.
Oh shit. He's like MLP. He's like MLP ain't salesman. What are you talking about?
I don't either. I
Yeah.
know guys that are like, hey, I'm doing LM. Good. They never work. They never.
What
They're never.
have you studied it at all?
No, they never. They're never productive. So we got. I don't know. I think we got 80 salespeople on the phone today. So I got guys keeping stats on people. We're like, hey guys, look, there's no fucking tricks here. The trick is the call. The trick is a good contact. The trick is that they're qualified to buy from us. Then you got to make a contact.
Qualified to buy. They can
make,
afford the product. They need the product. They want it.
Yeah,
define qualified.
Yeah. We're talking to a decision maker.
Who has the money?
Has the money and the interest.
And the interest, okay.
And the need.
Okay.
And
so they come pre-qualified to the sales
no,
force?
not necessarily, but I'm just saying if you're not talking to qualified people, it doesn't matter, right?
So
I could be talking to Grant Cardone, the decision maker, who is qualified, who has money, but fucking I ain't making that decision. That's not my decision.
In your, forget your scope, in an average company, right? So you get salespeople, they speak to unqualified.
Like, I love how Jordan is trying to get this shit out of him, but he just, like, Grant is not getting on board with it. Like, he just fucking, he just can't give one example of a good sales pitch. He's beat around this whole interview so far. He's just beat around the bush.
Talking about average companies if I were you. I don't know why
when
you
you
keep
train
going back to average. Who wants to be average? Why are you guys studying average people?
Dude, I'm talking about, because if you're training, if you're a sales, I'm talking to you as a sales trainer, not as your own company. You're going into companies, there's an average
I think,
out
Jordan,
there,
that's
buddy.
The problem though. How many people do you have today on the phone?
At this moment?
Yeah.
10 or 12 people today.
Yeah, so like what I'm saying to you is
He is this is gold. This is freaking gold. He is getting under his skin. Like big time. And he is making absolutely no sense whatsoever. How was this just, like not how did this not go viral? That's what I want to know. How's this not more public?
trainers should be doing,
Yeah.
is they should have their own environment under control. What's working in their own environment? How many people are actually making money in their environment? You know this as well as anyone. There's a lot of fucking guys out there saying they're this and they're that, and they ain't nothing at home. There's no business. There's no P&L. There's no expenses.
What do you mean? I'm confused.
They're training from this. They're speaking. I referenced this earlier.
I mean, sales trainers, you mean?
Speakers.
Speakers in a,
Why is he talking in riddles? Why is like Grant Cardone is all over the place? Like he's not even making sense.
Experts,
right, okay.
speaking experts, gurus, that are like talking about how to do X,
and they've never really done it.
And ain't
themselves.
nobody at home, bro. They ain't no X at home,
right? Okay,
and so this is really frustrating for me because I was that guy, and I referenced this earlier. I did this from 32 to probably 10 years of my career where I was like, what am I
speaking
doing?
about stuff you really didn't know about.
No, I knew about it. I was an expert on that topic, but I would.
Oh, that's great. Yeah, that was it. Speaking about stuff you don't know about. I love that.
Was not running a business. I was so I kept making these analogies and comparisons to situations that were useful. They were educational, certainly entertaining, but it was not practical in the real world of making something.
Hey, what's up,
fit
Night
in.
Sir John? Appreciate it.
Because you're not running a business.
Dude, I've trained millions of salespeople, and in the real world of practical sales training, there are certain things you see again and again at the average company. They're all over the world. Salespeople have typical habits, right? Would you agree with that or no? You don't think there's typical habits salespeople have?
You know, I think Jordan at this point is done with the bullshit. You can tell he's fixing to blow his lid. Like, fixing to tell him, like, hey, man, you don't know what the hell you're doing or talking about.
I don't think it's about salespeople. I think it's about people.
Not about salespeople. Okay.
No, what's it got to do with salespeople?
About training. You train salespeople, don't you?
I train people.
You train people.
Right? And that's one of our businesses.
What? I train people. You don't train salespeople. He has salespeople, but he don't train salespeople. I train people. Why are people giving this guy so much money?
Right, but like when we're trying to buy a piece of real estate, look, we're not. I'm calling people that are doing You're doing a deal for $100 million.
All right, wait. You're telling you like more. Let's talk real estate, right?
No. Let's not leave that. Okay, you can't. There's no tricks when I'm talking to a guy on
He's like, you don't know shit about sales. Let's talk about real estate.
the phone. That phone call I did a few minutes ago. That's $100 million worth of deals. You can't trick a guy into that. I can't cross my legs and think, okay, that's going to get
You
the
keep
deal.
using the word trick though. Like, what do you mean trick? I'm confused when you make trick.
There's no gimmick, bro.
Yeah, he's tricking. He's scamming. That's what he's doing. He don't know a damn thing about sales. Dude, this is awful. This is such a bad look. The fact that this didn't make headlines everywhere is ridiculous.
This is what your viewer needs to see.
It's not
there's no trick.
This should have
Is it
made headlines
strategy?
everywhere.
The strategy is to have a full pipeline.
So but what about once you get a qualified buyer on the phone? Is there a strategy then or no?
Certainly, but
What's the
best
strategy then?
to make contact?
And
find
once
out what the
once
interest
you
is,
make
to
contact,
determine what the need is,
and then what's
and
the
to
strategy?
fulfill the need.
And then what's the strategy? How do you do that? How do you explain? How do you explain that?
You
to the
don't. You
guy?
don't explain it. You
don't
tell people what
explain
you want to do. You tell, hey, I want you to buy my product. Okay, here's my product. This is what my product does. This is what my product costs. That should come early, by the way. This is what my product costs. Okay, does it fit your needs? Okay, if everything I'm saying is true, does this interest you? If not today, when? Like, that's what I'm saying. There's no trick. You just need to tell people. Just be honest with people, man. I got a cup of coffee. They're expensive. It's stupid, but we provide it for you, right? It's $4.
Right.
You could do this at home. Do you want it or not? No. Okay, get next. And then I need to get a funnel of people in. I tried the other way. I tried the special words. I tried that thing, looking for that holy.
Yeah, he's looking. He don't know what to say. You know, this was stupid. He shouldn't have come on here if he should have known that Jordan was going to grill him, since Jordan was good at sales and was like the master at sales. Jeez.
Grail. And all I'm saying is consistently is like my business didn't start growing until I was like, oh, I need to fix the top of the funnel.
The marketing side. I get it. I understand that.
So if I'm trying to buy a piece of real estate, like that guy was talking
I just, I think you're a killer marketer, by the way. I really do.
Thank you.
I know. Let me take my fucking hats off to you.
Yeah.
I think you're an unbelievable marketer. I really do.
you.
The way you've built your business on Facebook, and I really do. Tell me about the real estate side of the equation now.
Well, so
is that really where do you see yourself in the future? Is really the growth towards real estate?
Well, I'll never have a $10 billion sales training company. I will have a $10 billion real estate company. I mean, it's just
so what
you just can't get there with training people like.
So
people don't want to be educated, Jordan? You know that. People don't want to pay. They don't want to do the work for the abs. They just want the abs. They'll eat the diet pill,
right?
But they won't do the diet.
Tell me about the 10X conferences, right?
Okay, you want to do the real estate? Or you want to do 10X?
Well, I think it's part of 10X, isn't it?
No.
It's not.
No.
Oh, okay. I thought that it would kind of intertwined in some
Not
way.
at all.
All right. So tell me. Let's start with real estate.
I like how he gave up on the sales. He's just like, yeah, we're just gonna give up on the sales because we're getting nowhere. Let's go to real estate and 10X. Because that dude has no idea what the hell he's talking about.
Okay. Because I think that's what you're really.
real
that's
estate.
it's like honestly, your passion seems to be real estate.
I love.
It just seems like that's your passion.
How could someone not love real estate?
So let's get
It's
into
real. I can touch it. I can feel it.
Do you
It
sell?
pays
Do
me
you sell
forever.
courses on how to make money in real estate?
We do, but we don't even press on it.
So more about
Don't even press on
what.
it.
So when you
Yeah. There's a book. There's a How to Create Wealth Investing in Real Estate. It's I think it's sold. I don't know, just shy of 100,000 copies. I don't even press on it.
what do you think about the people that are online with all those real estate gimmicks? What do you think about that shit?
I don't think they own any real estate. Again, goes back to like I got 6,000 apartments. I know something about real estate. I know guys that have been teaching real estate courses for 20 years longer than I've been around. I'm like, they still don't you got a house.
Is there the best strategy you think for them?
Damn.
If you were a guy with money, would you say give the money to you and invest it because you just do better than they will? Is that probably their best bet?
Yeah, let's switch gears because he obviously don't know shit about sales. Let's get into something he knows about.
Or to do it themselves? What do you think?
I would.
Seriously.
Well, totally. I mean,
And that's where you. No, it seems like that's you think.
I'll tell you a guy,
and it might
that
be
works for me, Ron Secco. Ron Secco's he found me on YouTube. He was a pilot for United Airlines.
Okay.
Quit his job, came to work for me, making cold calls.
Right.
I said, dude, look, you're never fucking gonna be any good. Okay. I mean, it's impossible. in your lifetime.
As a salesperson.
He's too friendly, right? So at that point, we had to remove him, right? Like he had the train, but he's a good guy. He wasn't fit for that deal. And he wanted to work with me. He's a pilot. He flies planes, right? I bought a plane. He became my pilot. And then I didn't know this, but he loved real estate. So everywhere we'd go, he'd go look at real estate with me. Now he is no longer a pilot. He sits in the back of the new plane, and we go out and look at real estate. Yeah. So we buy real estate.
What do you look for in real estate? What's the?
I look for big. So big complexes, 300 units, ideally.
Okay. So but no commercials. It's like residential.
Where people live, where these guys live.
Multifamily.
What do you pay? What do you pay a month?
$960.
What do you pay?
$13.50.
Yeah. See, that's what I'm looking for. $1,300.
But not in this state.
Well, they live here.
No, but you wouldn't buy in this state.
I would never buy a piece of real estate here. Fuck, are you kidding?
Because you can't get the tenants out.
You can't get the tenants out. I couldn't. These guys, they don't even know it. They could quit paying, and it would still be 9 months before I could get them off the property. Which means I don't know.
It's crazy.
Tenant always wins here. So I got to be places where I can actually own.
What are the good states?
Where
you can
mentioned
actually
Florida,
pay.
Texas is great. Anything warm, tax-free, south. Everything's going to gravitate toward the southeast. Everything will.
Yeah.
Arizona's a great state for real estate. Nevada's good, but the problem with Nevada is because, and the real estate thing is tricky. You need to know what you're doing. So some guy will be like, I'm going to go buy a deal in Nevada. Okay, good. I'm going to buy a big deal too. Go, that's great, man. Okay. And now what are you going to do? I'm going to put a bunch of money down to buy the deal. That's great. It's going to cash flow. That's great. If you need a mechanic for that property, you're competing with Steve Wynn's mechanic. And Steve can pay people more than you can. So you're competing with the casinos for help. Right. So if I have a leasing agent, I didn't know this until I went there and started doing some research. But when that fact was brought out to me, I'm like, I don't want to compete with the MGM for talent.
So you stay away from. So best area of Texas.
That is probably the most sense he's made in this whole interview. Having to compete with the casinos to pay for workers because they can pay more. That's probably the only good thing he has said so far in this interview.
Is Florida, Arizona?
Utah could be great, but I'm not there. So I need a scale. I need some scale to be in a great place. So I could talk about real estate forever, dude. Like
I could tell it's your passion for sure.
Because you see, because it's real. I'm just a real guy. Like if I can touch it and feel it, I've always wanted to be rich, and so I've been willing to work hard to be rich. But you can't really stay rich just working hard. I think you would agree with that. Just working your ass off. You're just going to die. And so the real estate.
I don't look at it work. I assume that when you work with real estate, you don't think you're working. You just love it, right?
No, I think I'm working. All weekend I sweat it out. I
enjoy it. I really enjoy it.
I know, but I sweated out a $2 million deal, $2 million this weekend.
Right, but did you enjoy it?
I didn't enjoy it while I was in it. No. I would rather not sweat it. I would have rather they just lay down on Thursday night and said, okay, we'll do the
relax with the family.
Yeah, especially when you're talking. I can understand that if you're talking about big money deals. Yeah, I'd be sweating it out too. I'm gonna pay $100 million for this property. I hope I'm doing the right thing.
No, what I'm saying, that the seller would have laid down. Okay, we countered. We were on a $55 million deal, and we countered him for 53.
You didn't like the negotiation aspect of it. You were like,
no, I'd rather. I wish they would have just said, "Let's roll," and taken the deal, and then I didn't have to sweat through the weekend. They folded finally at 4:30 yesterday afternoon when I thought they would, but I wish it would have been 72 hours earlier. And then I'd have put something else in my pipeline to jack around with. Not that, So I don't
But my point was, do you consider your work or you just love love it?
No, I consider it work. It's definitely.
Do you love it though? Would you, if you didn't have to, if you were worth $10 billion today, would you still work?
I would still work. You could give me $20 billion.
So then you enjoy it
tomorrow.
So then you enjoy it.
I don't know if I enjoy it. I just know I got to do something. Shit.
Yeah.
What else am I going to do? Go back to doing drugs? I got on drugs because I was bored. I didn't have enough to do.
Okay.
So
you
I
keep
need
the idle mind
activity.
The idle minds of Devil's Workshop.
Totally. If there's any line in the Bible that's true, that one's it. I need to be busy.
Yeah.
Okay. So tell me about more on real estate.
That is very true. I can attest to that. You stay idle too long, you get bored, and you start doing stupid shit.
Right. So what should a young old
real estate? Okay. So
tell what should someone do? Well, how much
you should look?
Is there a certain amount of money you need to have to invest in real estate?
Okay. So because there's a lot of So look, if you don't have any money, you should be doing flips. But you only should do flips and wholesales until you have money.
Define a flip.
Define a flip. I find a place. He wants to sell it. I tell him I got a buyer for it. I've never done this. This is not my space, but I know guys that teach this successfully. And then I put a contract on that and then go out to the marketplace and sell that and pick up the spread between what we contracted and what it's worth, what somebody else will pay for it. Okay. Or flip could be, hey, I find a piece of property. I buy it with a little bit of money as mine. Hey, I'm going to live here. I put 3 or 4% down or nothing, fix it, flip it. That could be a flip. Okay.
Can you flip in a descending market? Does it only work in up markets or anytime? You can always flip.
It only works in up markets. You can always probably flip, but look, when the flip's
Much
over,
easier.
it's over.
Yeah.
When it's all over, it's all over. This is where in 2008, the two units, the 4 units, the 6 units, and 8 units, that's what went back to the banks. There's still 5 million homes underwater in America today. The single family home is one of the biggest ripoffs ever in this country. Buying a house is one of the dumbest fucking things a human being can do with their money.
Why is that?
Because it's one.
And that's coming from somebody that rents apartments and units. Of course he wants renters. You don't want to buy a house. I bet you he owns a house.
Door and you're paying for it. You buy it and you got to pay for it. So we buy real estate that we don't have to pay for. I rent where I live.
Okay.
And I buy, and all my cash goes into properties that pay me back. So the only time I do anything stupid with my money is from money coming from the passive income.
What's something stupid? Define something stupid.
This watch is stupid.
Okay. What kind of watch is that? Patek?
Yeah.
Nice.
It's ridiculous, right? So, but
how much is the watch?
That watch is, there's
Come on, let's see.
1,300 of these on the planet. So you can't buy this watch.
How much was it?
This watch is probably 400.
Beautiful. It's nice.
100,000.
So it's stupid, right? It's ridiculous. Like I don't do stupid shit.
I mean, listen, you deserve it. You work hard. You deserve to spend your money what you want, right?
Yeah, but I don't want to do stupid shit with money I worked hard for. I want to do stupid shit with money I didn't work for.
Got it. So you on the passive income.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. The cash flow is king.
Sure.
So we buy 300 unit complexes in these states that we're talking about. These are 38, 40 acre pieces of property. I just bought one in Naples. I'm sure you know where Naples is.
Of course,
Naples, Florida. So
yeah, I went down there not too long ago when a freaking hurricane hit down there in Naples. Man, they got wrecked. I'm sure they've rebuilt by now, but yeah, they got screwed up. Cat 4.
I drove up that property. I was with a partner of mine, Brandon. I said, I drove up to it and I said, we're buying this for sure. And the agent's like, you hadn't even seen the numbers. Don't need to, dude. I know the numbers are going to work. Like, it's not, if it's for sale, the numbers have to work. At the level that I'm playing at,
Sure.
if the numbers don't work, no one's going to buy it.
Right. Yeah.
So I know the numbers are going to work. And I knew as soon as I drove up, I said, oh, for sure. Because if that happens to me, it'll happen to somebody else.
Are you going, when you just
we're long term.
So I'm saying, are you trying to time like where you think there'll be the most capital appreciation? Or
Never.
What's you look like
Grant Cardone is he is like so full of shit. It's ridiculous. I love how we got off the sales. I'm glad he finally just gave up because he tried like half of the interview to try to get him to just give him a sales, example, and he couldn't fucking do it. I'm glad he just gave up.
3 years, 5
We're
years?
looking 10 years.
10 years.
10 years, but most of our stuff sells in 4.
So you buy something.
I bought a deal in Nashville. I'll tell you about a deal I bought in Nashville.
Let's hear about it.
So as soon as I saw the deal, it came across my desk. I said, I'm buying this 823 units, 4 properties in Nashville as a portfolio. Guy in Chicago owned it, professional real estate guy. They own 10,000 units. Only property he had here was these last 4. Bad loan on the deal. Bad loan meaning I had to adopt the property and the loan. Nobody would buy the deal because the loan sucked. Okay, high rate of interest. It was 5 3/4 or something. I said, I'm buying this deal for sure. Okay, because I'm just going to sweat out the bad loan. When the bad loan's gone, this fucking property is going to be worth a lot of money because it's 823 units. We bought the deal for $53 million. I put, it was 63 million. I put $5 million down. That's all I had to put down. It was $58 million loan. I'm like, I'm stealing this thing. Everybody's like, you're fucking crazy buying this. To me, I'm like, I'm stealing this. I'm buying 800 units for $5 million. Okay? I just got to sit out with this shit loan. So I buy the deal. I'm in the hospital when the bank is supposed to give me the stamp. I had this heart thing happen to me, a ring around my heart, some kind of virus, right? And so the Sunday night, I tell my wife, I said, I think I got to go to the hospital. I can't do this. 10:30. I tried to put it off. 11:30. I'm like, I think I got to go.
Was it like erratic heartbeat and shit?
No. It was just pressure, dude. Pressure on my heart, And so I'm like, did I eat something bad? And like 4:30 in the morning, I said, fuck it. I got to get out of here. She was with a kid. We had a kid at the house that was sleeping. So I drove to the hospital by myself. It was 1 mile away. I didn't know if I was going to make it. I get to the hospital. 8:30 in the morning, I'm still in there. They want to hit me up with morphine and shit. I'm like, I can't, dude. I can't. I got this meeting coming up, and I got to get out of here. And they're like, you're not leaving here today. I said, I got a group coming in here to approve me for $58 million. They got to know I'm healthy. So I got to leave, guys. They're like, you're not leaving. So I pulled everything out, got in my car, drove to my office. This is a true story, man. Drove to my office. Okay, these guys are already in my office at 9.
You're going to risk your life over $58 million. Well, it ain't going to do you any good if you're dead. That's stupid.
In the morning, I walk in. I'm white. I still have the little green thing. I hide it under my, right? And I'm white. And I'm like, guys, this is where the sales thing does work, right? So, because I only got one audience right now. So I said, hey, guys, look, I've been with my best friend. I mean, somebody I'm so dear and close to. I've been with them. He's in the hospital. He's not doing well. And so as soon as this meeting's over with, I've been with him all night. I'm really worried about him. And when this meeting's over with, I'm going straight back to him.
And you were telling the truth.
The whole thing was the truth. Yeah. That's what I always tell the truth. Sometimes you can tell too much of the truth.
No.
That would have been stupid for me to say.
No, he's a fucking scam artist, yo. If you didn't see the first half of the stream, you need to go watch it because he freaking... Jordan was trying to get him for half of the thing, just trying to get a sales pitch out of him. He couldn't even do it. I'm just glad he changed subjects, man, because you could tell Jordan was starting to get pissed off. He's like, man, this dude is so full of shit.
It's me in the hospital, right? Because they couldn't approve them.
Right.
We sold that property. The hold on that was 10 years. We sold it 37 months later for $91 million.
Wow. That's awesome.
$28 million score. $5 million turned into, $28 million.
Got it.
Can't do that doing sales training.
Right.
It's just impossible.
I mean, it's a completely different ones. It's just they're just different. Different modalities.
Yeah, I like.
But you made money in sales training and you put it into real estate, right? That's what you did.
No, that's right.
I
work hard.
Right.
I work.
And you dump your right. So
and then I move as much money as I can into some asset that doesn't require me to work.
Right. So you think it's smart for like that? So that's like sort of a strategy. You have a business or income. Take all your free cash flow. Just
everybody. You should have no money. My financial advice to any young kid is like, dude, invest all the money in yourself first. Every penny.
In yourself?
In yourself.
Educating yourself?
Education, brand, clothes, looking good, teeth, whatever you need to make yourself feel good about yourself, right? And then invest in yourself, in your friends, in your neighborhood, so you feel good when you walk up.
Most people ain't gonna have that kind of money though, yo. Like if they got fucked up teeth, just to get a whole new veneers and shit, you're looking at like $30,000. People ain't got that kind of money. What kind of delusional world is he living in?
Sure. If you need to go to rehab, go to rehab. Fuck, pay the $30,000. Go there, clean up. If you've made a bunch of mistakes with people, go clean all that shit up so you don't have your attention on it. And then invest in yourself. And then sooner or later, if you're investing the right things, you're going to do better. You're going to start making more money, at which point you'd want to reinvest in your business. The second investment was your business, your brand, your marketing, your advertising. Then if there's some money left over at some point, there should be.
Well, eventually that starts to tip with the investment. It starts to grow your.
Don't buy a house.
Right. Don't buy your own house.
Don't buy a country club. Don't go show your shit off. Don't buy Hermes belt. Don't buy any of that bullshit. Don't buy watches. Nobody cares if you're wearing a watch.
Okay, I like how he's telling us something revolutionary. Basically, just don't buy shit that you can't afford because you're trying to impress or make other people jealous. Common sense. You don't need to go give him $20,000 for him to tell you that.
Like nobody cares if you're in a $500 suit or a $5,000 suit. Nobody gives a shit. And take all that free money and throw it. Don't go do a retirement account. Do not buy anything on Wall Street. Speculate on nothing. No Bitcoin, nothing. If it doesn't give you a cash flow next month, do not buy it.
So immediate cash flow property.
immediately. Like, and don't manage that property, because if you're managing the property, then you're not an investor. You're a manager.
So
and managers never make money.
So have a management company or someone
that means the property needs to be big enough.
Right.
Any of your audience can grab my little book for free. I'll just give it to them.
How do they get it?
It's called cardonecapital.com/book.
Put the link up here,
cardonecapital.com/book.
And
it's called How to Create Wealth Investing in Real Estate. You can go to Amazon and buy it too. But it'll tell
you give it for free. Why go to Amazon? You give it for free.
Well, because some people are stupid. So some people love Amazon. So I got to get my point.
Okay, you got this dude calling people stupid. Well, I guess there are stupid people, because there's people that are giving him $20,000 to $80,000 for courses that he don't even have the answers for. I mean, he got grilled for half this interview about sales, and he was just saying shit that's like common sense. And even Jordan was looking at him like, is he being serious right now?
It's whatever you get. So the people should be buying those deals themselves. There's a specific unit size. If you stay with that unit size or bigger, you will make money.
What if you don't? What if you live in a toxic state?
Yep. You
don't buy in that state.
No, find somebody that's buying find a guy like me that's doing these deals and fun with him.
Got it. On the nose, what's like that's a big.
The guy I told you about, Ryan Secco, who works for me now, right? Ryan took $400,000 out of 21 properties. He had 21 properties in Phoenix. He said, Grant, what should I do? You should dump them, sell them as a portfolio, dump them, pay your taxes. His gain was $500. He paid $100 in taxes. Give the $400 to me, put it in this Nashville deal. His money tripled, and he didn't manage the property. His portfolio would have never tripled. He had 1% ownership in a portfolio, and his money tripled, did better than if he'd owned 100% of his own deals. Because what makes money in real estate is the deal. It's the deal.
Basically, he's just trying to get people to. So he's using other people's money to buy real estate property. That's what the Grant Cardone Capital thing is all about. But the thing is I've watched a couple. Like I said, I've watched a couple of other interviews where people did that, and they would get checks for like a year, and then the checks would just stop coming. Like they wasn't getting anything out of those properties.
Okay, everybody's studying this number and that number. Dude, it's the deal.
Meaning the actual property itself.
The property's got to be sick. So if you're not buying a great property, you're not going to make money. And what you don't want to do is buy properties that are weak, that when the next contraction happens, those go back to the bank again.
Define how would you know that though? It's in the book.
Because it doesn't provide enough cash flow, right? It's
how much cash flow should it have positive? Should it be what percent? How does it work?
Well, if it doesn't provide you as an individual at least $2,000 of free cash flow per month, why would you even want to give it attention? It's not worth it. $200, I can go stand on that street corner right there and get $200.
Okay,
I don't need to buy a piece of real estate to get $200 a month. That's why I'm saying you either go from flipping stuff, flip, get your money out fast. Grab your money, build up your reserves until you can buy a big deal. You should be putting my first real deal was I put $350,000 down on a deal.
How long ago was that?
30 years.
Okay.
San Diego.
And what type of property was it?
It was 32 units.
Okay.
38 units.
You put 350 down for how much was the property?
1950.
I hate to say, what is it worth today?
Oh, I sold it. I mean, yeah, it's probably worth 12 or 13 million bucks. But I picked up 4 million. It's the first $4 million I ever made. So I put 350 down. It became 4 million. That's 11 times my money. While I was paid 15%. I was paid like the banks are paying 0.012 today. So $100,000 makes $120 today. Keeping money in a bank is stupid. Like, it's worthless. Like people are investing more money in banks.
That's probably the only smart thing that I would agree with him on is you don't want to leave your money in the bank. Because you're not getting the interest they give you is so small. It's not even worth it. So yeah, I can agree with that. But everything else he's been saying so far is just like bullshit or common sense stuff, which is so stupid.
And they do themselves.
What do you think? You have 2 kids, right? So obviously, let's change topics to social media, right? What do you think about, I mean, we use it for business, right? What do you think about it, nowadays for kids and just the whole, everyone's identity wrapped up in what do you think about it? What's your view on it?
I think it's a good thing, man.
Any downside at all? No.
Of course. But
Expand.
the downside.
Tell me what you really think.
The downside would be the parenting. So
Meaning?
yeah. Well, I mean, look, am I watching my kids or am I just throwing them up on YouTube?
More, I mean, one of the things I see, we with this guy, what's his name, Omar, right? And you said it, he was in high school. He was just devastated because of social media. His identity was wrapped up in how many likes he had, the pain. And do you think that's, what do you think about that?
Look, if it wasn't for social media, he'd have been devastated by how many people liked him on the school campus or whatever.
Do you think it's magnified by social media or no? Just
whatever.
Bullshit.
He was going to have problems either way.
Jeez. Dang, man. He's like, he was going to have problems either way. If he was having problems on social media, he was going to have problems either way.
Whatever. This is not a new thing.
So you think social media?
If you need likes, then you got a problem. I don't need likes. I need money.
I understand, but I'm talking about
I need
kids.
rent. I need rent paid. I don't need likes. I see a lot of guys out there working hard for likes.
I know. That's what I'm saying. I know. I don't understand it, but that's what's happening.
I know guys.
Doesn't make sense to me.
I know guys working for paying for likes and comments.
Yeah, I don't get it. But what do you think of it? It doesn't make sense to me. But why they're doing it? What do you think? The whole culture. It's fucking nuts to me.
I don't know what's wrong with them.
It's nuts, right?
But who am I to judge?
Well, you have to.
And this is hypocritical for me to say, especially being that I'm streaming and doing YouTube and all that stuff. But it is very true, man. It's very sad when you go out in public and you see people just on their phones. Like they're not engaged with their family at the dinner table. If you're out eating somewhere, they're not present. Like everybody's sitting there with people around them and none of them are even acknowledging they exist. It's really sad to watch.
Judge want your opinion, to me it's toxic. I think it's pretty toxic. These people forget just paying for it, just they're so wrapped up in
I got my hands full.
you got your own things to worry about.
Yeah. Somebody was criticizing me about something. I'm like, you don't think I've had that criticism of myself 1,000 times?
Online, you mean?
Yeah, like somebody's like,
I love the hate. Dude, I love the haters.
Guys,
I have my haters.
How do you even have time to criticize me?
I know.
Dude, you got your hands full. That's what I always say. I'm like, just leave everybody else alone. You got your hands full.
Well, I think the haters are terrific.
They're awesome.
They're fucking great engagement. I love it. I mean,
they're awesome.
It used to bother me in the beginning. I didn't get it, and then I'm like, wait a second, these guys are hating.
They're the best.
The best ever. Right?
Yeah, you don't want to cancel your haters, man, because your haters give you comments on your videos and stuff, and that helps with the algorithm, man. Yeah, the more haters, the better. Bring them on.
But you just keep going, keep making me money every day. The haters, right?
Yeah, at least they're saying something, right?
How about the 10X conferences? Tell me about them.
What do you know about them? What have you heard?
I don't know anything about it.
Please.
I don't know anything about them, buddy.
How do you know? How do you know to ask about the 10X?
I see it advertised online, and I know that you did. I know. Here's what I know. I know some guy.
Did you hit my website?
No.
The only way you'd see my ad is if you hit my fucking.
No, I saw
you were doing research on me.
No, I wasn't. I swear to God.
We're retargeting you now. We didn't come out and search you out.
No, this didn't be like a year ago, 6 months ago. I saw it. It was all everywhere.
Everywhere you go. You go to Macy's, you go to porn sites. Everywhere you go.
I never saw you in a porn site. I wouldn't know about it.
Go to porn sites. Yeah, okay. Go to porn sites. 10X. Yeah, I don't think so.
Yeah.
No, seriously, tell me about the 10X conference. I don't know about it. I really don't.
You know nothing about it.
Nothing.
Okay, I want to ask you guys that are watching
tell you what
this.
I
How
know.
many of you think he's bullshitting right now when he says he knows
am I bullshitting?
nothing? Don't ask him. I'm asking your viewers.
Dude,
I'm asking the viewers.
You're missing the point.
Is he telling the truth?
Oh my gosh.
Everybody knows about the 10X conference.
I don't know. I don't
Stop them.
The ego on him is just fucking insane, dude. He probably really doesn't know. He knows about 10X, but he probably doesn't know what the actual conference is about. Dude, the level of ego on Grant is fucking insane.
Madness.
Dude.
Stop the madness.
I don't know anything about it. I don't know if it's a sell fest, if it's just information. I have no idea what it is.
Zero.
I know it's successful.
Is it big or is it small?
I assume it's successful. Keep doing them, right?
Yeah.
But I think that business, by the way, see, I don't like that. I don't like the seminar business. I think it looks a lot easier than it is. And a lot of people, they you think you're making money, but you're really not. It's huge expenses. I don't love that industry, just so you know.
Yeah.
And you probably don't do it to make money, I'm assuming. It's not a big money. It's not a.
We are the only profitable seminar business,
right? But it's not
in the United States.
It's just not a really big profit center per se. It's great for building brand and stuff like that, but I wouldn't say a big profit center.
I thought you were asking a question. Are you making a statement or asking?
Well, you won't. I'm trying to pry it out of you. Tell me.
No, tell me about it.
What is up with the dick waving contest? Like, what the fuck is going on here? Do we have to have a dick waving contest? Come on, guys. Jesus Christ, dude. How did this not go more public? Like, why was this not viral on everywhere? I mean, this shows just exactly what this whole interview shows exactly what Grant Cardone is. I mean, he's fucking scam artist, man.
10X growth conference.
Okay.
We should do a cage match, me and you.
Fighting or
3 rounds, 90 days to prepare for it. Who the fuck wins this thing? Who comes out? Huh? Give all the money to charity. $100 a pay-per-view. It'd be fucking good.
A physical cage match.
Physical, right?
Really?
Yeah. Give 90 days to train. We both get ready.
I need a little.
Really? Is this what it boiled down to? Now we got to go to a cage match? God,
You know why?
dude.
I just had my shoulder replaced.
Even better.
No,
Even better.
Dude, no, I have a metal ball in my shoulder now, so I don't even.
I won't.
You promise you won't touch my shoulder?
I won't hit your shoulder.
Yeah, I would need about a year.
Who would sign up for that deal? $100 pay-per-view. How many people? How much money could we do?
What?
Let's see what we could do. You think we could both promote it?
We could both a cage match. Do you
100,000. I think
you
we
sound
get
like Logan Paul now, buddy. I had Logan Paul on my podcast.
Would Logan do it with me?
Logan would kick your ass, I think. He's a fucking tough dude, Logan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm a little past my prime. I wrestled.
I think anybody could beat Grant Cardone and Jordan Belfort. They're past their prime. Maybe in their prime, but not now.
In college, buddy, but it's been quite some time since I slugged it out.
That's why I give you 90 days to get ready.
Yeah, 90 days. No, I would need seriously, I would need about a year for this to heal.
Let's do it. Let's set a date.
I
You want to set a date?
Yeah. But anyway, listen.
How old are you?
I just turned 57.
Oh, wow. Okay.
You're older than me.
Yeah, so that we could call it the
geriatric slugfest?
The elderly cage match.
The geriatric slugfest.
Sales Titans. The Sales Titans cage match.
Dude, you don't
the
sound
Wolf
like
of Wall Street.
Dude, you don't sound like you're really into sales, though. You don't seem to. I don't know. You don't seem to have the passion for sales, though, buddy. You're like a real estate dude. That's what you see.
Dude, look, I
honestly, I'm just being dead honest. You sound like
no.
Much.
I mean, the whole interview, he tried to get him just to do a basic, simple sales pitch, and Grant Cardone couldn't fucking do it. I mean, it's insane.
Every real estate sales trade.
Every real estate deal that I'm involved in requires sales.
Okay.
Buying a piece of real estate requires sales.
Right.
So I'm in Houston, Texas. We go over there. We had a list of 17 properties to look at. Here's a guy we do sales training for right now. So 17 properties we look at.
Oh, look at him fucking trying to flex. Oh, there's a guy we do sales training for right now. Man, this dude he's so full of shit.
None of them were right for me. They were all for sale. We drive up on this property called Woodway Square. It's right by Whole Foods. We stop for Whole Foods to grab a salad. This is the one we should buy. This is the property. Who owns this thing? We looked it up. I got to make a cold call. Called the dude up. I said, look, man, you got this property, Woodway Square. It's the 3rd largest apartment owner in the world. Okay? He didn't know me from Adam. This total cold call. Hey, Grant Cardone here. You don't know me. I don't know you. I know you own this, and I know you tried to sell it 8 months ago. I want to know what it takes to buy this deal. You tell me the price. You tell me the terms. You tell me the closing date. You tell me whatever you want, however you want the contract to look, I will give it to you. Mm-hmm. This is a technique, by the way, to lay down, to surrender, to what.
Oh, I love how he's now trying to go back to the sales thing. Like, this is how I do my sales thing. Look at Jordan. He's just like, yeah, now we're back to the bullshit again.
White flag. Whatever you want, okay? We contracted that deal. We closed that deal 60 days later. That was a sales job. I had to convince somebody that didn't know me to sell something that wasn't on the market.
Right.
So you see what I'm saying? I mean, that wasn't.
No, but go back to 10X for a second. Tell me, you didn't tell me about 10X. I don't know about 10X.
Okay, we've done 3 10X growth.
How many people speak there? Is it like
we had our first one? We had 2,200 people there. We sold.
how many people? Speakers? Like what type of speakers?
I'll tell you in a second.
Okay. Yeah.
So we had 2,200 people at our first event because you said they're not profitable, and that's not true.
That's not what I said. I said the seminar world. I said is not profitable typically, right?
Okay, good. So
We got us a dick waving contest going on here.
you're right. You're right. So 22,
I know I'm right because I've been there.
Good for you. 2,200 people. Not the seminar world you come from, but not the one I live in.
Okay.
That goes back to the average business and all that.
Keep going.
Yeah, he lives in a better seminar world. Yeah. It's fucking dick waving contest. It's like watching a bunch of 2-year-olds fighting.
Keep
So
going. All right,
2,200 people. It took 77 days to market the deal, and I think there was 12 speakers at that event, maybe 14 speakers. Second event was 10,000 people at Mandalay Bay. That took about 10 months to market. Very, very financially successful.
Okay,
it's extremely. I would do that.
And what type of speakers are they? Go back. What type of speakers though?
The third one, some of them are good, some of them aren't.
Then what do they teach?
Most of them are great.
What are they teaching though?
The third event had 34,290 people at it. 34,000.
And where was that event?
Marlin Stadium.
Okay.
So Steve Harvey was there. He gave inspiration. He was awesome. He wasn't there to help people on a business strategy.
So is it teachers like business?
Yeah, and I mean, what the hell does Steve Harvey like? Steve Harvey's probably not big into real estate. He does Family Feud. That's what I'm saying, man. It's all a fucking scam. You know, they have these 10X conferences. They bring in these big name people. They talk or whatever, but it's all a scam, man. It's all a fucking scam.
Sales,
Yeah,
marketing.
It's marketing, a lot of marketing, e-commerce. Okay, we're typically it's partnerships that we have with people that we're working with other guys, and we want to kind of show this audience a specific thing that we want to do.
Got it. And you do more of them?
Yeah, we'll do one of those a year, one big annual one. But I got guys that want me to do local, smaller events.
Got it. When's the next one?
The next one is February.
Where?
Mandalay Bay. We're going back there.
Big one or small one?
Small.
How small is
13,000.
13,000 small.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's really more like I wanted it to be more like a concert and where there's artists and business, you know, coming together where people feel good, but there's no rah-rah, there's no jump up and down and get excited. You're forced to do anything. You don't have to rub anybody off or you don't have to do any of that shit. So,
did you ever get into any of the whole self-development world, like the Tony Robbins side of it?
No. I just did a deal in Atlanta. Tony did the first day. I closed. He opened and I closed.
No, do you ever go like that whole?
No. I've never. You know what I've done is like you give me a book, and I'll shred a fucking book apart. Like I'm looking for gold in a book. So I'm looking at every page. I'm looking for gold.
Did you read my book?
I haven't.
Oh, you haven't?
No.
You think how many people think you're true? My audience think he's lying. Yeah, you should read. It's a good book.
How many people what?
I think you're telling the truth right now. He didn't read
you guys think? Right? You should get him to comment. It's a great way to comment.
The dick waving contest, man. This is ridiculous. Boy, I don't know. Whoever recommended this to me. Like I said, man, this right here. If you didn't see the whole thing, you need to go back and watch the whole thing because this shows exactly who Grant Cardone really is, man. This is crazy. This should have been on the news.
Guys, you guys think I'm telling the truth or not? Did I read?
Did he read my book? Yes or no?
Yes or no?
I think he did. It's okay.
You think I did?
It's a fun book. You should enjoy. You would enjoy it. I think you would. Okay. But I don't think you really care about selling anymore. You're a real estate guy, aren't you? Come on.
I don't know. We seem to sell a lot of stuff. You know, we'll do about 150 million in revenue.
What's the big for you? The future.
My profit and loss statement comes, I'm like, scratch revenue out and put sales. That's all that is.
Future of the business in terms for you is what? Real estate. Keep your business going with sales training, market. Is it sales and marketing training, just sales training, or both? Cardone University, right? Is it sales training, marketing training?
Yeah, it's both.
Both?
Yeah. Well, because you're not going to have one without the other.
Okay, and then
marketing is more important than sales.
Where do you see yourself in 5 years from now? Doing what? Same thing or bigger? Same thing and bigger or something else?
He is
5 years from now?
So full of shit, dude. This interview was hard to get through, man.
Same thing and bigger or something completely different?
No, I'll just. I mean, I don't I don't stop doing what I'm doing. Like I wouldn't. All the lines that we have in the water right now, they're working. So I'm not going to pull those up. Somebody's going to run them. I don't know where I'm going to be. Maybe I'm going to be. I'm having a messed up shoulder because of that cage match we're in.
You didn't want to get in the cage with me, pal.
You don't think so?
I don't think so.
Would you guys buy a ticket? That's all I want.
That's all he cares about.
Let's go. See, and you think I'm not interested in sales? What am I doing right now? Let's sell it.
Yeah, like that's supposed to be oh my gosh. He knows he got caught on that whole sales thing, and now he's trying to make it like he's some sales expert. Man, he made himself look like an ass in this interview.
Dude, you're like Don King.
Let's do it.
Dude, listen. Thank you for coming on.
No, thank you for having me, man. Appreciate it.
You're awesome, dude.
Okay, thank you.
And I wish you nothing but the best.
Yeah.
And I actually listen. And if you ever do a 10X conference, I'm in the area, I will come for sure.
Yeah, good. Loved it. Loved
All right,
having
buddy.
you.
Take care. Guys, take care. Another episode of the Wolf's Den with the man, Grant Cardone, who wants to have a cage match with me. All right? Dude.
That will get some traction.
Take
I
care.
guarantee.
Dang, man, that was good, y'all. Well, I mean, it was good, but it showed what Grant Cardone really is, man. That